If you've been watching my channel for a long time, then you already know the bunker is one of my favorite businesses in GTA Online, and I always recommend it as the first business you should buy. Well, this week the bunker is not only 30% off, but it's also on double money, which means you can make so much money this week. But here's the thing, it's not as simple as just buying the bunker and letting it print money. If you don't know how to use it properly, you can actually lose money with this business. That's why you need to not skip any parts of this video, because every single point I'm going to cover actually matters. If you miss even one section, you won't be making nearly as much money as you could, so don't blame me for it. And make sure you stick around until the very end, because I'll show you some ways to make some extra money with this business that not many people talk about. So enough of me talking, let's get into it. Now the first step is to buy a location for your bunker, and don't skip ahead because the location of the bunker is actually very important compared to other businesses. If you buy the wrong location, then you'll end up wasting a bunch of time, which means losing money. So if you have the premium version of GTA, then you can get the Paleto Bay location at the very top of the map for completely free, and that is also the cheapest location. Now the Paleto Bay location is by far the worst location in the game, and the location you want to make sure you get is going to be the Chumash location on the left side of the map. There's also some bunkers towards the middle of the map to the right, and these are decent locations and it's not bad to have them, but I would still recommend you to get the Chumash location because the ones at the middle of the map are pretty expensive. And I'll talk more about why the Chumash location is the best location once we talk about the sell missions. So once you have your bunker, go ahead and go inside of it, and you'll end up getting a long cutscene the first time you enter it. So far my bunker has made me 14.3 million, which is a lot of money. Now there are going to be two different ways to make money with the bunker, and I'll show you guys the best way to make millions with it later in the video. But first I need to quickly mention a few perks that you get when you own the bunker, and they can actually be very important. The first one is that the bunker is the only place that the Mobile Operations Center, also known as the MOC, can be stored. So you not only store it here, but you also modify it in the bunker as well. The next very important perk you get with the bunker, which many people forget about, is the research feature. So with this, you can unlock many different things such as weapon skins, which aren't very important, but you can also unlock certain weapon customizations, which are very useful, like the explosive bullet rounds on the heavy sniper that can blow up an entire car or a helicopter, for example. There's also things like unlocking turrets to go on top of certain vehicles. So some of these can actually be very useful, and we'll talk more about research later into the video. Now getting into our first way to make money with the bunker business, which got added to the bunker about a year ago or so. So you can come up to this truck and sell this once every 48 minutes, and all it is literally a delivery mission, and you make yourself 50k, and with double money this week you would make 100k for literally 2 to 3 minutes of work. Now keep in mind that when you do this sell mission, you will have to sell it to the city, which would be the bottom of the map, which is why I told you guys to not go with the Paleto Bay location, or else you end up wasting a bunch of time driving across the map. Now before we get into the best way to make money with the bunker, if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more GTA videos like this one, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a double money week like this one. And let's get back into it. So now we're going to talk about the best and main way to make millions with the bunker. The first thing you'll need to do is put supplies into your business, and then those supplies can rather be turned into stock, which can sell for millions of dollars, or the supplies can be used for research instead. Now go over to this laptop here, and once you're in, go to the manage staff section. So you can either set your staff to use the supplies for only producing stock, which is how you make money. You can set them to only focus on research, so you get them to unlock weapon customizations for you. Or you can set them to both, which means they would do both tasks, but they would do it slower. And keep in mind that if you do set them to research, you can't choose what to unlock specifically. Your unlocks will be completely random, which is unfortunate. Now to get supplies into your business, we need to rather steal those supplies or pay 75k for a full stack of supplies. So it's very important that you pay 75k and buy your supplies and not steal them for a few different reasons. First of all, when you pay for your supplies, your entire supply bars fills up, whereas when you steal your supplies, you have to go on a long mission, and even after you're done, you only get a little bit of supplies. So if you decide to steal your supplies, it could take between 4 to 5 missions before you fill up your business, which is way too long. Now at this point, your bunker wouldn't be making you much money because we haven't upgraded it yet. So head over to the upgrade section and you'll see these 3 different options. So we have the equipment upgrade, the staff upgrade, and the security upgrade. The security upgrade is useless, so don't worry about buying it, but the equipment and staff upgrade are very important because they increase your profit by a lot. So without any upgrades, your bunker would produce 90k worth of stock with 1 stack of supplies, meaning if you spend 75k for supplies, then you only make 15k profit, which is literally nothing. But once you get the equipment and staff upgrade, 1 stack of supplies will turn into 210k worth of stock. And if you take off 75k because of the cost we spent on supplies, you now profit 135k instead of 15, which is a big difference. And I know the upgrades can seem expensive, but trust me, you're going to make your money back and make much more money in the long term. So make sure you have the equipment and staff upgrade. And if you're wondering how long it takes for a full stack of supplies to turn into stock, with those 2 upgrades, it takes about 2 to 3 hours. And to fill up your bunker completely, that would take 12 hours. Also, when I said 210k is what you get with 1 stack of supplies, that is not including the double money. So this week you would get 420k instead. We now need to talk about the sell mission, and don't click off just yet because knowing how to sell your stock properly is just as important because it's not as easy as you might think. So first of all, if you want to make yourself an extra 50%, then you can sell this in a full public lobby. So for every player in your public lobby, when you complete the sell mission, you get 2%, meaning if you sell your stock in a full lobby with 30 people, you get an extra 50%, which is actually a lot of money. And if you're wondering why you wouldn't get 60% because 2 times 30 is 60, the max is only 50%, so you can't get any more than that. Now, of course, we all know the downside to this is that a player can blow you up and blow up all your stock and you would lose all of your money. So it's up to you if you want to take that risk or not. But if you do decide to sell in a public lobby and see an oppressor coming towards you, you can always leave the session and join a new one. This will make you lose a little bit of your stock, like I think 15% or something, but at least you'll have a bunch of your money that you can do another delivery mission with. Now, when it comes to selling your stock, go on the laptop and go to sell stock. There's going to be 2 options here. One is going to be selling it to the top of the map, and the other option is going to be selling it to the city, which is the better option to sell. So you always want to sell it to the city because it pays you so much more money. This is why I said to get the Chumash location, because that's actually the closest bunker to the city, which makes the delivery mission so easy. Now, based on how full your bunker stock is, you might get more than 1 delivery vehicle. So for example, for full bunker, you might get 3 delivery vehicles, and if you're a solo player, then you might not have enough time to sell your bunker on your own. So as a player, what I like to do is put a full stack of supplies into my bunker and then sell it as soon as it's done. This will guarantee that you only get 1 delivery vehicle because you only have so much stock in your business. But if you have a friend helping you out with the sell mission, then you can always get a full bunker and then just sell that with no problem. So as soon as you start your delivery mission, if you're registered as a CEO, then you can turn on Ghost Organization, which will take you off the radar for 2.5 minutes. This is really useful if you're selling in a public lobby, and make sure to turn this on when you get closer to the city where most players are. With all that being said, a full bunker can sell for 1.14 million normally without the double money or a public session. So this week with double money, a full bunker can sell for 2.28 million, which means if you sold a full bunker in a full public lobby this week, you could make over $3 million in one sale. But that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed this video, then drop a like and subscribe with notifications on for more GTA Online videos just like this one. And check out this video here where I talk about things every solo player needs to own in GTA Online, and I'll see you there.